Morning with Legends. I'm your host, David Hammond, and this morning I have the pleasure of meeting with many famous people. On my first segment this morning, I'm joined by many famous athletes, some from the past and some from the present. On my left, I have David Beckham, Tony Hawk, and Mia Hamm. On my right, I have Danica Patrick, Babe Ruth, and Kobe Bryant. Please help me welcome them. Now, as we go through this morning and I interview you, we'll probably take the same type of questions and just each of you answer that question. So what I would like to start with is our childhood. Kobe Bryant, can you tell me a little about your childhood? For instance, when you were born.
I was born on August 23rd, 1978 in Philadelphia.
Okay, and do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yeah. I have two sisters.
Okay. And were there any challenges you had to overcome as a child?
Yeah. One day, my dad and we were playing the game, but I couldn't beat him.
Okay, so that was a challenge for you to eventually beat your father? Okay. And Babe Ruth, tell me a little about your childhood.
I was born on February 6th, 1894 in Baltimore, Maryland. And my challenges were my father left me in an orphanage and I had a problem with authority.
Okay. How long were you at the orphanage?
Until I was 19.
Long term?
A guy, Jack Dye adopted me.
Okay. At what age? 19? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Danica, tell me a little about your childhood.
I was born on March 25th, 1982 in Beloit, Wisconsin. My family members is my mom, Bev, my dad, TJ, and my little sister, Ruth. And I didn't really have any challenges.
You had a good childhood?
Yeah, and the first time I raced was when I was 10 in a go-kart. I smashed between the wall, but luckily I had a home run.
Okay. And Mia?
I was born in Selma, Alabama on March 17th, 1972. And my family members are my mom, Stephanie, my dad, Bill, my three sisters, Caroline, Lottie, and Tiffany, my adopted brother Garrett, and my other brother Martin.
Okay. Were there any challenges you had to overcome as a child?
When I was little, my brother Garrett died, and I was 15 when I made it on the nationals for the United.
And Tony Hawk, can you tell me about your childhood?
I was born on May 12th, 1968 in San Diego, California. And my dad, Frank, my mom, Nancy, my two older sisters, and my one older brother. And challenges that need to overcome. I was so skinny, I had to wear elbow pads on my knees.
Really? Did anybody give you a hard time about that?
Yeah.
I can imagine. And David Beckham.
I was born May 2nd, 1975, and raised on London. My father Ted, my mother Sandra, my two sisters, my older sister Joanne, my younger sister Liz.
Okay. Were there any challenges you had to overcome?
My biggest challenge is that I'm trying to be the best soccer player, a husband, and a dad.
So it was more of as an adult challenges, not necessarily a child. So let's move on. You have all accomplished many great things in your lives. So I'd like you to share with our audience some of what you think are your major accomplishments. And why don't we start with Tony this time?
I became pro at age 14, and ESPN started the X Games, and skateboarding became popular for me. And in 1999, I landed the first 900.
Okay, and share with our audience what that is.
It's a 2.5 spin around. Right.
All in here, okay? David Beckham.
In 1992, I won the youth championship with Manchester United at age of 17. In 1988 and 1999, Manchester United team won all 3 championships in Europe.
My biggest accomplishment is that I was the ambassador for the UNICEF in the disaster of Haiti in 2012.
How about Kobe? What are some of your major accomplishments?
I won the most valuable player award for my
Okay. Anything else you'd like to share with us on that? No? Okay. All right. How about Babe Ruth?
I had 714 career home runs, and as a pitcher, I had 94 wins and 46 losses, and I was the second player ever to be inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Okay. Great accomplishment. Danica?
I was in first place at the Indy 500 in 2008, but I ran out of gas, so I finished in fourth place. In that year, I was named Rookie of the Year. I won the Japanese Indy 300 in that same year.
And Mia?
I was in the Olympics and I won twice. And international goals, I made 150.
So what do you think you should best be remembered for? Babe Ruth?
I'm best remembered for my big personality and best baseball player of all time.
Kobe Wright?
I would be best known for my accomplishments and being a great sport.
Okay. And Mia?
Probably for being one of the best females.
Okay. And Tony Hawk?
For running in my country.
David Beckham?
For my fashions and my looks and my soccer career, I remember so much. Thank you to Puerto Rico.
Okay. And Danica?
For being the fourth lady race car driver to compete in the 8500.
Oh, sorry. Could you repeat that for me?
For being the fourth lady race car driver to compete in the Indy 500.
Is there anything else, anything interesting about your childhood or about as an athlete that you have not shared with us that you'd like to share? Anybody? Tony?
I made many video games about skateboarding and me, and I have a public skate park that helps pay, I have a foundation that helps pay for public skateboards.
And Mia?
After Garrett passed away, I started the Mia Hamm Foundation, which helps families that have children with aplastic anemia, which Garrett passed away.
Anybody else? Danica? Okay.
I have a daughter named Billy. I won 100 times. I'm married, and I love comedy movies, especially Jim Carrey and Adam Sandler. And I'm nominated for the KCA, the Kids Choice Award. NASCAR stands for National Automobile Stock Car Racing.
Okay. Hey, Ruth, you have something?
Yes. After I retired, I had my own radio show called Blue Network.
Okay. Kobe, anything you want to share?
Yeah, I've made some games that like NBA 2K10 or anything like this.
Okay. David? No? All right, well, I want to thank you guys for coming this morning. Again, audience, please help me thank them for coming.